Hello, what's happening? Look, I got a quick question.
Okay.
Is it allowed or in Hawaii to laugh out loud, or is it just aloha?
You might be
I don't
asking the
know,
wrong one.
but you know what I'm saying? Right. Well, that's another. I got another question too. Why are you so angry all the time?
I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah. Right back after this, guys.
Welcome to the 4 Mics, 13 Teeth, 1 Ankle Monitor podcast, a podcast about addiction recovery made by addicts for anyone battling addiction.
Hello, guys. Welcome to the 4 Mics, 13 Teeth, 1 Ankle Monitor podcast ministry of First Baptist Church here in Hogansville. It's about addiction recovery. We're a group of ex-addicts talking openly about our lives. And today we're going to be, we got the question of why are you so angry all the time? But is this anger, where does it come from? How do we deal with it? What do we do? Why are you so mad all the time?
I've been mad all week. I don't know what's going on with me.
Right. So you've been tested this week,
That's
huh?
right.
And, a lot of times we really don't see ourselves as getting angry. We think that's just the way it is. It's who I am. It's just I get mad. I get angry at things.
I thought I had it under control till I found out what the topic was for this week, and then everybody in the world tried to test me.
Yeah, I have to, being a recovered addict, I've still struggled with anger. And, and when he hit me with the topic, I was like, I felt hit.
Yeah.
I was like, are you really talking? Is this the topic, or are you just trying to ask me really why are you so mad all the time?
I was like, are you talking about me?
What you talking about, Willis? All right. I got you, Bill Dollar. I see your text message. But I love it. And we're all laughing and loving now. And, like we were just saying, sometimes we just have to laugh at the situation, because anger is nothing but letting somebody else control you if you're getting mad at somebody else. But, you guys, I see you got three types of anger? 3 types of anger?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
When I was
It's getting deep here.
I know. When I was studying this and just, I like to go back and review topics and see, just like what psychologists are saying about it, and just kind of know exactly what we're talking about here. But we all know what anger is. But
Right.
there's 3 types of anger that are identified, and they're passive aggressive anger, open aggression anger, and assertive anger. And
Okay.
so passive aggressive is basically when you're angry, but you won't say nothing, and you just hold it in and hold it in and hold it in.
That is dangerous.
Very dangerous.
For the person that it spills out on.
That's what you call a postal moment.
Right. Don't hold this stuff in. What we're getting to on this is we do not need to hold it. You need to learn to talk about what's going on. And we was talking about, our accountability partners. And accountability of a godly person, the key word here, godly,
Yes.
to give us instruction of how we should act. And we need to learn to talk to who we're mad at, or whoever we might get, like we got some entitlements. And Bill Dollar here, our great Bill Dollar, we got going on running point for us again. What's up, guy?
Hey,
And what is this on the entitlements? You have a little bit more on it than I do. But it's after he said, we talked about it earlier, this is a key point, one of the main things, entitlement, that, might get us angry.
Absolutely.
well, I think that what it mostly involves is a higher I want people to recognize who I am.
That's right.
I deserve to be talked to in a certain way. I deserve to be done a certain way. And if it doesn't go my way, then I'm going to get mad. But,
Right.
And in addiction, I think that when we are starting to come out of addiction and into recovery, we don't even know who we are.
No.
Not even close.
No.
I'm
But we know how we want them to talk to us.
That's right. They're not going to talk to me like that.
We know what's going to happen if they do. I'm just saying.
Right. Because, we have a pride problem too, and pride will raise up anger in us because they're not treating me how I want to be treated, and that's the entitlement, I feel like my old lady my wife, she's not my old lady. She'd have dinner cooked on the table because I've been at work all day long. That's, I feel entitled to this. I feel entitled. My kids should listen to me at any time because I'm their daddy. And we can get mad at these things, but all this really has nothing to do with anger is from the devil, straight
That's
up.
right.
There's no anger in humility. And, being like Jesus Christ teaches you, who's the most humble man there to ever live, though? Jesus Christ. So,
That's right.
But, there's pride in our depression, too.
Yeah.
You can get angry in depression, just feeling like nothing's ever going to change.
That's right.
But there's some things that we can do. And what's one thing that you got?
Well, number one, like Bill.
Oh,
Gary.
Lord, help me.
That's that entitlement right there. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, where's
That's what I'm talking
where's
about.
my cross? Well,
Yeah,
He knows who I am. That's right.
Y'all see what I deal
Oh,
with?
Lord. Shoes on, shoes off, front yard or backyard. What you want to do? Here we go.
Having godly mentors that'll speak into your life.
Right.
And having someone, and I'm not saying go out here and tell everybody in the free world. There's a difference in going out here, and that becomes gossip. But when you can find someone that's a godly mentor to you that will listen to you unload and unpack what you're going through and still give you godly counsel, that's the number one for me. Now, some people, they may have to see a doctor. They may have to go on medication for depression or something.
Yes.
For a long time, when I come out of addiction, I thought, well, maybe I need some help. And then I would think, oh, no, that's addict behavior, But I've come to realize some people do need medication to help them over a season of depression.
Right. I've been there. I've been on medication for a certain season, and then I got grasp on how to not really control, but let go of my emotions, not holding them in. And a lot of times as a man, if I'm sad, depressed, depressed or feeling ashamed, I'm going to show this as anger.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, cry in front of somebody, which I will now, but I've learned to let go of my emotions.
Yeah.
And actually learned how to talk about what's going on with somebody, and that's this godly mentor or an accountability partner, which we have lots of up here at First Baptist Church in Hogansville. Celebrate Recovery every Sunday, 3 to 5. Just had to throw that in there for you, Bill. That's right. But first off, before you go to any of these things, we have to see that this is a problem.
Yes.
Seeing it as a problem, coming out of denial, saying, okay, maybe I do have a little bit of anger issues. And, like for me, I've gotten to the point where, okay, now I'm pause and pray and proceed.
Mm-hmm.
I like the 3 Ps, the pause, pray, and proceed. When I get in a situation, now I can pause and pray to God and say, look, what are you trying to teach me in this situation?
Right.
I know I'm not supposed to show anger and be mad and lash out with the action. It says, you had a scripture earlier, it says, be angry. Mm-hmm. But as far as following up with an action on this anger, that's where the sin comes in. And, for me now, I'm like pausing. I'm like, okay, God, what am I learning? Sometimes we might be the person that's letting this light shine through us to others, that if this person has made me mad, instead of me fussing and fighting with that person, I'm supposed to show love and humility to them. And it might actually change it. It plants that seed in them to saying, hey, the whole world is not bad.
Yeah.
I don't have, these people, I'm really not supposed to. It might put something in their heart, and change them.
Absolutely.
So, but this thing, we can't bottle it up. That's the passive aggressive. And what's one of the other ones?
The next one is open aggression, where you just lash out. There's no talking to you. It's a done deal.
Right.
I've seen myself in every one of these 3 types of anger. I've seen myself. But the one thing that I've learned is I was mostly angry with myself. And even now, when I feel anger rise up because maybe something's said or something's done, I wonder, am I angry about that because I have a tendency to do that?
Right.
And God has really shown me, like, the thing about the Lord is you can pray about something. When I started praying about anger, oh man, everybody was coming at me.
Right.
We don't get the luxury to tell him how to work it out of us.
Right. And that's where the accountability comes in again. And accountability is such a big key in recovery, in life, period, not just in recovery.
Yeah.
But, in life, if you're a saved person, you're in recovery of sin.
That's right.
You're trying to be a better person. And if you're angry at somebody and getting mad and throwing words and telling them who they ain't or who you think they should be, it's not no good. But we can play the tape. There's another coping skill, playing the tape out.
That's right.
You can just think about what's going to be the consequences of my actions.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm sitting back, I'm thinking about what's happening. Do I need to say this to this person? Am I going to have to call them back later and apologize for what I'm fixing to say? Or, then that's the flight. Sometimes we need to just walk away from the situation. It's not going to be fixed right there, but you do need to talk to somebody about it. Anger will fill you up, and it'll eventually kill you. And anger's rooted into me. Because I've let anger control me for so long that it's a big problem for me. And and these are some things that we use. If you need to talk to somebody, you can come see us. But find somebody and just to stop being angry.
I used to play the tape back, but it wasn't a good one. Thinking about before you got through, I had a whole sermon I was fixing to tell you.
Right,
but now I've learned, to stop and filter things. Is this going to build this person up? Is it going to create more confusion? Is it going to create more anger? It just takes practice in doing that.
It does, and it's nothing that we're just going to be able to snap your finger and be over with. But like we was talking about earlier, sometimes we just have to just let it go. Let your worries go. It says not to worry. Lay all your burdens on me. And give them up. And anger is one of them. We're not supposed to be angry. We're supposed to be loving people. That's what we're created for, is to show His love.
That's right.
Well, where does the anger get us, though?
In jail.
Honestly, where does the anger get us?
It really gets you nowhere.
It actually
it
just
does
sets you
nothing.
back.
Right. You're not growing if you're angry at anybody. You're not growing at all. Like I said, you might miss the opportunity to learn something if you get to go in a fit of rage with somebody, and instead of being the light that helps somebody, you might actually be the one that turns them. It's like if somebody's out there watching me and I'm this big holy roller, Bible thumper, but then I turn around and somebody sees me in the parking lot cussing somebody else out, that might turn them away. So that's how a godly man is. That's how a Christian acts. That's not how I want to be.
That's right.
So you never know who's watching. But so anger don't get you anywhere.
That's right.
Sherry, you said it took you back. What do you mean by that?
Well, when he was talking about playing the tape, thinking about, what your response is going to be. Before, when I would get upset about what somebody was saying, I was playing it back. I was playing back what I was fixing to say to you. I wouldn't even listen no more after that word come out that offended me. It's like, it's finna get real up in here, But now I'm learning to filter that through. Is this gonna tear this person down? Is this going to create more problems?
Right.
Is this helping them? And is it helping me? Or
Right.
is it just going to, flame the fire and keep it going?
And you don't know what that other person is going through.
Absolutely.
Anyway, they might have just lost their mom and daddy and just mad at the world,
Right.
and you just throwing it on top of them when you should be the light shining and say, hey, what's really going on?
That's
And that's what key is, learning how to talk to. Like if you're having fights with a sibling or a spouse, we have to learn to talk these things out.
Absolutely.
And it'll save marriages.
Absolutely.
It'll save relationships. And I feel like truly the closer we get to God, the closer we have, the better of a relationship we have with Jesus Christ and God, that we're going to learn how to not be angry at people.
Yes.
And we will be tested.
Every day.
We're going to be tested and we're going to be angry, but as far as following over with the action, being mean to somebody, doing something out of spite,
That's right.
The words that come out of our mouth, which hurt a lot.
Well, with passive aggressive anger, you could be saying all the right things, but inside you're like, I wish you would say something.
Right.
So it's really, it's about the heart, and
It is.
and our response, to other people that are hurting as well.
Right. So why am I still angry all the time? Why? So we're at that point now, though. What do we do
That's right.
when we get angry? Where am I going to go to? who am I going to really talk to? Who can I trust? And, sometimes not being able to trust anybody are the people that you put yourself around to begin with.
That's right.
And you have to find some trust and be honest.
Yeah.
When you do talk to somebody about it. There's some times where the situation is not going to get resolved if you don't lay everything out on the table, because you're still holding something back. And normally, if you hold something back, that's going to turn into that's going to be the resentment.
Yes.
That's going to, that might mess up a relationship other than the one that you're fighting with.
Well, and then when that takes root in your heart, you're going to see that person through those lenses.
Always.
And nothing they do and everything they say is going to filter through that lens. And, instead of just laying it on the table and saying, hey, can we talk about this?
Right. And we're going to be okay.
Yes.
You don't have to be mad. You don't have to get angry at anything. I mean.
But we do.
Right?
But we do.
The voice of doom.
So how can we end up talking? Because if I'm mad, just say Gary, and it's just a made up thing. Gary and I are fine. Just say I'm mad at Gary, and I start yelling about something. Just go into a rage. Well, I'm trying to convey something. All right, there's something in there I'm trying to convey, and how do I change that from a rage to, which we know is not going to get anywhere, it's going to hurt mine and Gary's relationship, So how do I talk to Gary about something?
Go ahead.
Yeah, we need a third party on this one.
How's he finna talk to me? I need to know this.
Well, all of us fall short. We're all going to blow up at certain times. And I think the key is that you learn through that, learn what not to do the next time. And if you need to ask somebody for forgiveness, go to them and say, I messed up. And a lot of times I just walk away.
Though. That's tough. That's real tough.
Well, it's either that or it can just stay in your heart. And then you got more problems.
There you go. It compounds on it.
Yes.
Right.
Manifest into something that you can't even believe.
Then your face needs deliverance.
Your face needs deliverance. She said your face needs deliverance. Boy, what? Fix your face. Why you mad? Love it. Yes. And, just tell them. I mean, what are you going to lose? A friendship? So, I mean, if they're not willing to sit down, if they weren't a true friend to begin with, if you can't sit there and tell them, hey, look, you made me mad about this. What's happening? We need to talk about this.
Absolutely.
What are we going to do about this? What can we do about this? Or is it just is what it is and we need to part ways? Because if we're sitting here trying to butt heads, I'm not going to sit here and butt heads with you for long.
That's right.
So we need to just open up. And
I think that's one of the keys, being honest
Just
with
being
somebody.
honest. Like,
hey,
look,
that pencil tapping that you do, all that ink pen clicking you do all the time.
Yeah,
it's
I know.
about to drive me crazy, man.
I can't. And look, I've been working on it for months. Y'all the ones that keep giving me the click in. First Baptist Church, man. Y'all fools. You got me messed up.
At least you laughing. It's
Right. I got you, Bill Dollar. You just mad because your fat thumb can't do. No, I'm playing. I'm kidding.
See, here we go. It's going to be on now.
Right.
They're gonna tear us down.
I love it.
And see how fast it'll happen.
It can
See
just
how
like
fast
that,
it'll
and this is all fun and games. I love Bill Dollar. He can say whatever he wants to me.
But just
that little bitty jab right there could set somebody off, and they could never come back to church again.
Well,
but I seen a video of a guy saying the other day, if something little like that makes you mad in church, and you go looking for somewhere in the church, you don't love God anyway.
That's right. And if you let them compound like that, then the least little thing, like if something's said that maybe needs to be addressed and you don't address it, the next time something could be said innocently, but because you're still holding on to it from before.
Right.
You're just gonna, and that gets us to the assertive anger. That's when, the Bible says to be angry but do not sin. It's the action in it.
Right.
We all get angry, but it's in the way that we deal with it. You can be angry, but learn how to deal with it in a healthy way. Learn how to talk to the person, but also learn how to listen.
Right.
That was my problem. Because
Right.
I'm trying to think of what to say back.
Right. The criticism, taking the criticism, from somebody, being able to take constructive criticism
Right.
from an accountability partner. Sometimes, your accountability partner should make you mad.
Yeah.
If they're a real true accountability partner, they should, cut you with the word.
That's right.
Look, you're not acting right. What's going on? You're not talking to me. I ain't heard from you in days. You ain't showing up. What's really going on?
That's how we grow.
Right, it is. And so, are you mad at me? Just need to ask the question. Hey, what's happening?
Yeah.
Relationships just don't stop talking to each other.
Well,
You know what I mean? If you're really fully on into it and you're really trying to make it grow, you're gonna talk.
Well, that's how we got into addiction. A lot of us is not talking about anything.
Right, and that's what we do. Like we were saying earlier, a lot of times if somebody makes us mad, we just shut up and don't say nothing.
Yeah.
We just sit back, but that's not going to solve anything.
That's right.
Well, I'll tell you though, that this anger thing that we've been talking about, it's something that really comes out when you get into recovery. You might not think that you have an anger issue.
Well, I wasn't mad I never got angry when I was in my addiction, Bill, because, I could just go get high.
Hey, that's exactly right. And that's the way all of us did it.
Right. And, you're exactly right. Because when I first got into recovery, I really figured, I was like, I started getting angry at everything.
Yeah.
Because now I can't throw my pity party and get, I'm trying to do right. Okay, well, now I'm doing right.
There you go.
But nobody is the entitlement. I'm feeling the entitlement now. I'm like, I feel entitled for you to trust me because I've been clean for a year.
I haven't clean 3 days, dude. Come on.
That's right. Come on. That's stupid. How you know all about me? I need to pick up my blue chip today. But yeah, so, but the thing is, I didn't really start getting a whole grasp on the anger problem until I forgave myself.
Yes.
A lot of my anger was coming because of myself. I felt ashamed. I felt, I was discouraged, defeated, depressed, and then anger started slipping in. And then I realized that anger, okay, now I'm getting control of the discouragement and my pride and my depression and everything, but I'm still mad. So anger is the dead big root of everything that's in me. And that's straight from the devil. But now I'm learning through the Bible and through accountability partners and through Seperate Recovery here in Hogansville, how to actually deal with my emotions.
Yes.
And it's been awesome.
Hey, that's the key. Learning how to deal with our emotions.
Right.
Because before we never have. I never did.
Well, no, we covered up everything. We were covering up emotions we weren't even really actually trying to cover up. In my addiction, I was covering up my happiness. If I was mad and sad about something, I'd go get high. But that was covering up my happiness too, because it deadens and puts a front on everything that you are.
Exactly. Everything.
I was experiencing emotions I didn't even know I had because I stayed high so long. Like, wait, what is this?
What is this? What's happening?
So then when I learned to smile and have joy, I thought something was wrong.
Yeah, and we have problems with that too. In coming into recovery, we have problems with seeing is doing good. Am I actually doing good?
Yeah, and actually having joy, people that I talk to now, I just had this girl tell me the other day, she's like, I've never seen you so happy. I've never seen you like joyful, because I didn't even know how to smile.
Right.
I didn't feel like I had any joy in my life.
Right.
And so, when you get in recovery, you're going to go through an array of emotions.
Yes.
But the thing is, you need to go through that process.
Yes, you have to.
Yes.
And that's another key thing. We're going to keep pushing accountability out here. The accountability thing is it's off the charts of what the help is. If you don't have any accountability, you're not going to hold yourself accountable.
Yeah.
You never have. So now I need
Never
these people.
will.
Never. Right. Exactly. You're right. It never will. If I don't have, I'll go do my own thing if I don't have somebody else out there.
That's right.
Right. Then I'm going to be mad all the time, Bill.
Right. I think this was a good episode.
I love it.
I think anger, we could talk about this probably once every month or so.
Yes.
Anger, we might need to. And we'll get back to y'all and see how many times I think the first time I give my testimony, they said they counted 214 clicks. So I have calmed down a lot. I'm just saying.
Your coping mechanism, okay?
That's why I'm getting angry. I'm sorry, guys. That's my pen clicking if you're just listening.
All right. Hey, we got anything coming up? Sherry, you got anything coming up with the ministry?
Well, I would like to mention that Break Every Chain is going to be having their event at First Baptist Church in LaGrange on June the 4th at 1 o'clock. And I'm so proud of Kelly.
Yeah, I think Gary Blank's this weekend up there too that day.
Me too. She asked me yesterday. I'm like, I still sweat coming to the podcast.
Oh, what? And as far as I know, Dylan Gamble's going to be there too.
Cool.
Yeah,
cool.
And we're going to have some people help come out support us, I hope. But yeah, I forgot. Look, I'm glad you even said that. I done forgot about it. I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. No, but yeah, y'all come on out that day. And we actually, this month though, we have a golf tournament here in Hogansville. The men's ministry of First Baptist Church Hogansville holding it, and we've already got a couple teams. It's $350 for a 4-man team. Oh, I mean, it can be 1, 2, 3, or 4 man. Oh, we don't care. Just $350 to play. So and it's co-ed, but that is April the 30th. At what time is it going to start off, Bill?
9 o'clock.
At 9 o'clock. So y'all come out.
And Celebrate Recovery is going to be out there. We're going to be doing some food. They allowed us to, make a little bit of money out there. We're going to be selling the food for them and try to encourage them about Celebrate Recovery. Right.
And the purpose of this golf tournament, guys, is we want to here at First Baptist Church have a wild game supper. So we're trying to raise money and funds to put this on. We got a guest speaker. We got somebody that will want to come speak to us or whatever, and we need some money. So
I got 4 raccoons and 10 squirrels.
Hey,
in my backyard,
bring it on.
Man.
We got some rabbit dumplings. Yeah, bring it. I love it. But if there's anybody out there that wants to help, has any ideas on the game supper, y'all hit us up. Let us know. But yeah, the golf tournament is April 30th in Hogansville. But we love you guys. Be easy. You never know what somebody else is going through. Let that anger go.
Amen.
Just let it go. It's not going to take you nowhere. It's not going to get you anywhere. If you want to talk to somebody, come see us, First Baptist Church in Hogansville, 3 to 5 every Sunday at Celebrate Recovery. We love you guys.
Love y'all.
God bless you. You have a blessed day.